Hello everybody, welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we came down here into the true lab, where supposedly the truth is hidden. Exploring this creepy and eerie place, we went over there, activated the red power source, but got attacked by something. Let's continue going our way through. You also need to go that way to open this door. Entry number 12. Nothing is happening. I don't know what to do. I'll just keep injecting everything with determination. I just want this to work. Entry number 13. One of the bodies opened its eyes. It's an empty dog food bowl. A bunch of beds. It's a bed. I hear a beep. Bed. There's something under the sheets. Check it out. It's a yellow key. You put it on your keychain. Anyway, there's this open bed here. How about we take a quick rest, shall we? Seems like a comfortable bed. Lay on it. Now lay on this bed. Do not touch your controller. I love you. And that thing tucks us to bed. If you move your control stick or touch a button at all, it will go away. So what we saw there was one of the amalgamates, one of the things that attacked us earlier. This one is the only non-aggressive amalgamate you will encounter in the True Lab. And this amalgamate actually does have a story associated with it, thanks to Undertale Yellow, which is pretty much canonical at this point. Even though it's still technically a fan game, it's pretty much the closest thing to canon, and as a prequel to this game, that amalgamate was oh god, I'm blanking on her name. Was Kanako. Kamuro Kinsuraki, I think is the full name. I forget what the family name is. I cannot remember how to properly pronounce the family name. But yeah, that was supposed to be Kamako. Kamako, as I mentioned, because I mentioned Undertale Yellow a few times throughout the playthrough. Kamako is a fox monster who has a soul of a boss monster. She is the daughter of Chujin she's the daughter of Chujin and Saroba, who Chujin was a boss monster. Chujin was working on his own experiments and involving the soul of the human integrity that he has accidentally killed when he sent Axis after that human. He kept the soul for himself for a significant amount of time, and I guess it's implied that Saroba eventually delivered the soul to Asgore once he no longer needed it, keeping the soul hidden for a long time, because if you talk to certain NPCs, you will find out that pretty much every human that came here died within 24 hours of visiting the underground, and their souls were delivered around that time. Human integrity soul wasn't delivered to Asgore in 24 hours. Human integrity went missing for several days, I think even maybe a year or so, before their soul was eventually brought to Asgore, and I think their body was also eventually discovered. Kamako, unfortunately, took part of her father's experiments because her father died, testing his serum on himself. Because he wanted to try to make a serum that could turn any monster into a boss monster by combining the essence of a boss monster soul and a human soul. He ended up dying as a result because the soul wasn't, because the soul of integrity was impure, because the soul of integrity killed, either intentionally or unintentionally. And as a result, he made his own soul unstable, and it eventually killed him. Kamako, when Soroba was trying to continue Chuse's experience, talked her mother into injecting her with it, and she also fallen down. She survived it by being brought here to the True Lab under Alfie's experiments, but she ended up turning into that thing. Now, we never see what she actually looks like besides her overworld sprite, and as you know from the previous amalgamate, the overworld sprite doesn't match what they look like in the actual fight. So, many people have made fan interpretations of Amalgamate Kamako. Some closely resembling this with actually interesting lores. Like, I remember seeing one where apparently the only way to talk to her is through the use of the phone. Or at least through, like, things in the background, like, from reflective surfaces, like monitors and such. And other, Kamako amalgamates where she maintains somewhat of her similar form. Just either a few different monsters combined into her, or she's purely herself, but very melty. Such like the AU, I think Golden Years, I think does that. I think that's the AU I'm thinking of. The clock is broken. Entry number 14. Everyone that had fallen down has woken up. They are all walking around and talking like nothing is wrong. I thought they were goners. So here's a save point. I recommend saving regularly in the True Lab. Here's our reflection. Here's a bunch of yellow flowers too. Entry number 7. We need a vessel to wield the monster souls when the time comes. After all, a monster cannot absorb the souls of other monsters, just as a human cannot absorb a human soul. So then, what about something that's neither human nor monster? These yellow flowers look very similar to flowering. Entry 10. Experiments on the vessel are a failure. It doesn't seem to be any different from the control cases. Whatever, they are a hassle to work with anyway. The seeds just stick to you and won't let go. This explains how these flowers grew in the junkyard, because as Alphys was experimenting on them, a few of them stuck to her lab coat and then presumably fell off whenever she made visits to the junkyard. Our thought bubble is an amalgamate. We meet this thing, which if you actually look closely, you can actually identify what monsters the amalgamates are made out of. And you have to, and the amalgamate fights are actually very interesting. It's away. Ooh, this thing used to be, I think was going to be an amalgamate, but now it's just a part of an attack. It's actually a very disturbing attack, because you see the butterflies eat it. So how you fight the amalgamates, you need to look at what monsters they're made out of, and then identify what they are, and act accordingly. You picked on, it seems effective. Also, the amalgamate theme is very catchy, but also heart-wrenching and terrifying to listen to. Is it keep picking on, or? I'm trying to remember what other monsters it's made out of. I doubt Mystify works. I don't think it's made out of a frogget. I'm a familiar tune, but no one heard you. Oh, but then you have this attack where it's just spawning heads. Pray? Pray for safety. It remembers its conscience. I was right. The butterfly attack. By the way, do not approach the, I think this thing is called the Mystery Man. Do not approach it. It will actually hurt you if you touch it. Alright, I guess I'll do Mystify, because I think it might actually be part Frogget. Mysterious. The Reaper bird seems to remember something. Finally, someone gets it. Ribbit, ribbit, courage. What part of it is made out of the Frogget? I'm actually trying to identify where the Frogget comes out of this thing. You won. Use the unschool. We need the blue key. We don't have the blue key. There's a note on the ground. You can't make it all out. Cold. That's all you could read. So we got a hint on where the blue key is. It's in someplace cold. Entry number 15. Seems like this research was a dead end. But at least we got a happy ending out of it. I sent the souls back to Asgore. Return, earned the vessel to his garden. And I called all the families and told them everyone's alive. I'll send everyone back tomorrow. Smiley face. Alphys is happy. Entry number 16. No, 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 no! I love that! I love that Alphys is panicked enough, but also aware enough to be like, yeah, I should make it that an entry. Because I presume she's either typing them in the computer, or she's voice recording these. But given the font, how she switches from a professional font to her standard font, I presume she's typing these. But I just love the idea of her typing this. Matter of fact, I think I remember seeing art of somebody making fun of this. It's definitely one of the weirder entries. It's like, where did she have time to write that? When you enter this room, you're gonna move very slowly. Whatever's in here is freaking out. Pull it out and it's nothing. You get the green key. And look at that. Doesn't that look familiar? If you're thinking, wait a minute, isn't that part of Flowery's body that he used when he was Omega Flowery? You are correct. I believe it's applied when Flowery became Omega Flowery. He took elements from the True Lab to form his body. Such as that thing. Anyway, there's a save point here, but you're gonna notice it's blocking your way and you can't look past the save point. So let's interact with it. The save point is an enemy! Smells like sweet lemons. Lemon bread. Caw! So you can call, hum, scream, scream, flex, cry, and unhug. I'm trying to remember what this thing is made out of. I know it's made out. I know Siren is one of them, so I know hum will work. Hum a familiar tone, Lemon Bread's body shakes. Welcome to my special hell! Whoop. Find the gap. I think you want to unhug. You let Lemon Bread be. Lemon Bread's teeth shake. Stay here with me. Oh! Nope, I'm not gonna make that. I will say that attack is actually honestly horrifying. Because you actually look, you can see on the sides of the teeth, a bit of red, which I don't know if that's supposed to be the gum line or if that's supposed to be blood. Which is disturbing given the monsters don't normally bleed. But given that Alphys injected them with human termination, I wouldn't be surprised if they have gained human qualities. I think you're also the, oh god, what's the name of the enemy in Waterfall that's the muscle guy? Let's try a flex. You flex your arm. Lemon Bread seems to remember something. I felt this before. could this be goodbye? You won. With that, we will end the episode here, and in the next episode, we will continue deeper in the True Lab. If you enjoyed this episode, do you like the videos? It helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode, and share the video so more people can discover my content, help the channel grow, and I'll see you all next time. Later.